guys, in today's video you will learn everything you need to know about how to play Lux in 2022 and 2023. So this game in particular focuses on laning phase, focusing on the CSing, trading, wave management, and then rotating, as well as not dying in lane, as well as the macro, so getting to team fights, making sure you're there, as Lux is a really, really good team fighter. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and let's get into it.
So the thing I noticed about the Vex is that she had Electrocute and it was putting out way more damage on me than my Comet was.
Yeah, Vex procs Electrocute really easily. It usually means, so like when you see something like that, so if you're a champion that goes Comet versus an Electrocute champ, you generally want like short trades because you can proc your Comet off one ability, right? And because your Lux, your E will proc the Comet and will almost always get the detonation and hit them because of the slow. Whereas Vex has to like input significantly more offensive capability to proc the Electrocute. So when you're thinking of that, that's how you should be looking at it. Like, okay, that then assumes like if I want to win trades or if I want to poke this person down, I need to focus on really short trades where I'm not getting caught by her CC, but I'm able to get mine off.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if
that makes sense.
Yeah, because if you try and go for like your EQ versus her EQ, she's always going to do more damage because of the Electrocute. Whereas if you're just doing like E for E as like one damage ability each, then you get the advantage because she doesn't proc her keystone, whereas you do. Cool, that's nice. You guys get a kill. Who did go to? Graves. That's good. He's got just a health pot. Does he know? That's interesting.
No, he doesn't know. He has to back here because he realized that he didn't buy the item.
That's funny.
I think he typed in chat in all caps, "Why didn't it buy item?"
That's funny. Cool. So what are we thinking here with this wave states? Sorry, let me just get something up.
What I was thinking was I was trying to keep the lane pushing even with the Vex at this moment.
Okay, so if we're wanting to do that, what do we need to do? So Vex is attacking minions, right? She's using all her auto attacks to attack minions, and what are we doing?
Yeah. I was thinking about her Q and trying to dodge it preemptively.
Got it. Okay, got it. Cool, because what this is going to do, or tell me what you think this is going to do if Vex is auto-attacking these and we're not auto-attacking the, respective minions.
The wave's going to push towards me.
Yeah. Which is fine if we want that, but if we're trying to keep this even, it becomes a little bit of an issue. Yep, that's fine. Cool. What else does it also suggest? Have you ever thought about this where one person plays like a bit more aggressively compared to the other person? And have you ever thought about the implications that has on the lane in terms of like confidence?
No, I haven't.
So generally what I see with particularly players, and this is sometimes why I don't recommend learning new champs, but like, we're agreed this is what you want to do, so it's fine. But one of the issues that a lot of players have when they're learning a new champ, or sometimes their natural temperament is just a bit more like, let's say, timid, or like just want to chill out. You tend to give up a lot of lane dominance, and sometimes it isn't an issue, but sometimes it is. So like, for example, here, the lane dominance issue is just that we're using abilities to clear waves while Vex can just sit wherever she wants and clear the minions.
Oh, I see. I'm not punishing her.
Yeah. And then she's just being able to clear minion waves as effectively as you are, but she's not using mana. And mana's a big issue in mid lane because you're mages. You both need your mana to trade, etc., etc. So
damn, you're right. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, so it's fine when, let's say, you're 0-2. It's like, fuck, I just need this CS to stay in the game, so I'm going to burn mana. But when the game is even, you really don't want to be wasting your mana you want to be trying to do what they're doing. And particularly because it looks like, I'd have to see your Garen gameplay, but it looks like you may be just a bit more of a placid player in general, that you should try and match their aggressiveness to a point where it's comfortable for you. Obviously, if it's like a Zed who's like jumping on you at every move, you don't try and match that aggression as a Lux. But when it's something like Vex Lux, try and just match what she's doing. So if she auto-attacks a minion, you auto-attack a minion. If she goes for an ability, you go for an ability. And you almost mirror them just to get used to playing at their tempo, making sure you're not giving away too much, if that makes sense.
Okay, I see. It's kind of like a fighting game almost.
Yeah, exactly. I think of like, this is a really cool concept. Like, think of minions and getting them. It's like a negotiation. Every time Vex gets a minion, she's like taking that away from you, and you need to get something in return. Because like if you're just letting her take whatever she wants every time, well, she's just going to keep accumulating more. And then if you're trying to fight for the resources, well, she's winning that trade or that negotiation between you two. Because she gets to take the CS whenever she wants, whereas you have to take the CS with abilities and stay away from her and, you know, play so much further back, which in mid lane, playing far back is fine because you can't get ganked. Like, technically, Vex is in a relatively bad spot here if Graves decide to do some crazy level 2 gank, but... Yeah. So basically, like, whenever Vex goes for a CS, you should be going, well, what can I do to her in return? Can I get a CS equivalent? Can I get an auto attack off on her? Can I get an ability? Because when she inputs her auto attack, she's frozen here for that attack animation. Which means when this minion is, let's say, 30 HP, you know what she's going to do. She's going to go for that minion. And that's your window to do something on her that she can't possibly trade against you. Because her input and her mechanic is literally auto-attacking that minion.
Okay, so in my last 4 matches with Lux, I did think about that concept, but not as often as I should have.
Yeah.
But it definitely crossed my mind. There would be moments where I'd be like, oh, they're walking up to get this CS, I'm going to hit them.
Good. That's excellent. That's probably that you're like learning on the job. Like you're learning super quick, which is really good. That in the first game, you probably weren't thinking about that. You were just thinking, oh shit, like let's survive and see what this champion does.
Yeah, I was just like, oh crap, I got to dodge these skill shots. That's what I was thinking.
But then each game you played, you were like, okay, let's add another layer of complexity. Okay, I'm going to try and do this. And that's great.
Yeah.
That's a really good sign that you're naturally doing that.
All right.
Cool. And there she gets the, so see what she did there? She knew you were going for those 2 CS, so what did she do? She used
punished me.
Yeah, exactly. And so you got the CS, but you have to now use a health pot and look at the mana and health. Like, you know, mana's even, but health, we're down.
Yeah, I'm already behind, and I didn't even realize why.
Yeah. And it's not behind as if, like, we've lost lane, but we are a pot down.
No, but it's like... Yeah, it's like the slight, you know... It's like the beginning of, like, a snowball effect, right?
Yeah.
Oh... I got hit by everything.
Yeah, that's fine though. That trade was okay because she doesn't have electrocute. That trade works for you. As soon as
that's why it went even.
Yeah, so that's what you should do. So when you're playing and you're versing a champion with a keystone that has a cooldown, particularly like electrocute, you should click the champion itself and her.
To see if it's on cooldown.
Yeah, you'll be able to see the cooldown. It's really good as well for champions who have bone plating. So, like, sometimes you'll verse a mid laner who goes resolve secondary, like a Silas maybe, and they will have bone plating, which is like a really good counter to something like a Lux combo. Because
that makes sense.
Yeah, it reduces the damage of the next 3 attacks. So
massively.
Similar like Yasuo with his shield. Like, you watch when Yasuo's shield is, you auto-attack to proc the shield, and then you go for your next trade with your all-in. Because if you try and
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Exactly. So think of keystones like that as well. You just take
it to so I gotta think about playing around my opponent's runes when they're on cooldown.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I'm just writing that down. Good.
Okay. Excellent. That makes sense to me. I'm trying to think. Are there other situations where I play around my opponent's runes? In top lane, I'm used to playing around grasp when it's up.
That's a big one. Yep.
When I see that glow and hear that sound effect, I try to stay away out of auto attack range.
Yep.
like that.
Yeah. That one you can take it, so once you're aware of it, you can then take it one step further where if you're both like grasp gamers in the top lane, grasp gamers, what you do is you try and zone them off attacking anything. So they literally can't get their grasp, whereas you've got your grasp constantly procced. So then you create this situation where if they're trying to get their grasp activated, you can actually hit them with grasp straight away because yours is like constantly ready and refreshed, whereas they have to ramp theirs up because they're not attacking anything. And you can create really nice small leads through just simple stuff like that, like zoning them off.
I've been able to do that with Shen before, but I don't think I've done that with any other champ.
Yeah, Shen's good for that. You could do it with Garen as well. Obviously, Garen doesn't go grasp, but you could deny like a Ornn or something from getting their grasp proc.
In the season before preseason, Garen would go grasp sometimes. It really depended on the matchup, but usually not.
Yeah.
I think normally Garen would take grasp only into tank matchups because it would help him to survive the lane better.
Yeah. And notice what's happened with this wave now because
it's bad.
Yeah, of what I stated earlier. And particularly when we're learning a new champion, and particularly when it's preventable, we never want this to happen. Because now technically Vex could do anything with this wave. This isn't going to crash exactly, so it's not perfect by her, and she wasn't doing this intentionally. But if she was smart, this wave would have crashed maybe 3 seconds ago, and then she could have walked top, she could have walked bot, nothing's on bot, or she could have even invaded your Graves. And you can think about that for you as well. It's like, oh shit, if I want to like theory craft in mid lane, like, okay, I'm going to try with Garen, hard push to the 3-minute mark, and then go like roam or something, like crash the cannon wave.
Like a level 2 roam?
Yeah, crash the cannon wave at 250, and then just walk halfway to river, because if something's on, something's on. That
actually works for me, because when I play Garen mid, I always take Ghost. So it'd be good for roaming.
I've got a great... I'll send you the YouTube video. I've got it. I used to do it intentionally every time. And I made a little YouTube video on it because I play Rumble mid. So I was trying to show one because I play a lot of Rumble, but I was also trying to show how you can play like a champion that's melee in the mid lane, get wave priority early, and then use that to try. Because generally people are like, oh, I'm a melee mid laner, I'm gonna get poked down if I try and like push a wave, particularly in the early game. But it's a good one.
But that strategy you're describing, I think that's the reason that Singed has a good win rate right now as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it definitely is. And you can replicate that that exact strategy on other champions, which is like, that's how I like to think. It's like, oh shit, okay, Singed can do that. Why does that work? Because he does it almost like, he does it because it's literally his champion kit. Like, that's what he's great at. He excels at that kind of thing. But then you can apply it to like, well, Lux can roam as well. All you need to do, you bring it back to first principles. The only reason he's able to do that is because he got priority. If you get priority, you can do the same thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah, then you apply it.
And also, if you feel like there's no like opportunity for a gank, you could just walk out of lane so that you could get vision control on the map.
Yeah. Okay, I am going to say I do not like this trade coming up, and you're going to tell me why I don't like. So this is the trade.
Yeah, I wasted my Q. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I ate those abilities.
Yeah.
And that ability.
Yeah. And why are we trading there? It's a really bad trade for you because you're versing her plus 3 minions, and we already missed our Q.
To be honest, I'm not sure why I did that. I think my brain was turned off, or I was thinking about something else.
Now we're in trouble. So I assume there's going to be a death.
I must have been just looking so hard at the CS that I wasn't even thinking about what the Vex was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ignited.
I'm wondering in mid lanes where they go ignite, so like typically like a Vex, I wonder if cleanse, I know you went cleanse the next games, but cleanse removes ignite, so I'm wondering if cleanse is the better rune than barrier.
I didn't know that cleanse removed ignite.
Yeah, cleanse removes ignite, so you'd survive that if you had cleanse and procced it when you procced your barrier.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
If next time I face a Vex, I'll probably take that.
Yeah. Same to a Zed as well, but I'd actually go exhaust if I'm versing an assassin. So like Kiana, Zed, The next level of that is, like, so for example, I know Lux quite well, and I'll go TP because I would rather use the TP to like, oh, okay, I take a bad trade or something, but then I just recall back in a lane and it takes me 10 seconds.
Yeah, makes it easier to catch up.
Yeah, but the intermediate level is you take exhaust, and so when Zed's level 6, you just exhaust him as soon as he ults you, and you're completely safe. Cool. And isn't this a cool consequence, right? So that death purely happened because we let her push in the wave too much. So like that's the fundamental reason. And then we add on the other effects of you took a bad trade, maybe because you don't know your champion's strengths and weaknesses. And then that eventually leads to a death as well. Like, it's super fascinating to watch. That all started just from losing priority on the first wave and then Vex capitalizing on that. It's like it's like the domino effect. Like a little lead into a big lead, and now she's 500 gold ahead.
Yeah, I see it now. It makes so much sense.
Yeah. And like, I almost guarantee you that wouldn't happen with your Garen. Like, just because you've got so much mastery and comfort on him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know exactly how to play around a Vex with Garen. I mean, I'll just run at her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And tank everything because you're a fucking Garen.
Exactly. Yeah. And if she's gonna fear me, I press W.
Yeah. Cool. This wave clearing is kind of fine. Nice. I like your idea here. You're just trying to push it in. And
yeah, but I didn't know the damage.
Yeah.
I missed the CS a little bit.
Yeah, and now you're trying to do what she did to you, which I like. So you've almost like machine learned here. Like, oh, she did this to me, I'm going to try to do that to her. And it doesn't work out. But it's like really cool that like you've just mirrored exactly what she's done to you. Like, that's really cool. And like, this is a bit of like, Lux is like a fucking season 1 champ versus Vex is like season 12 champ, where it's like, she's been built in context of the meta of mid laners, whereas Lux is like, her kit and her playstyle hasn't changed in like 10 years or however long since she's been released. So it's like, Vex is just going to excel at certain things that are a bit more trendy or like in the meta at the moment, which are like, these kind of trades like that. She's got a bit of a cooler CC ability than you do. Like, hers is a fear. Yours is, and she's able to proc her passive off auto attacks kind of like you, but it's a bit easier to do, etc., etc.
One thing I learned from with playing Lux against Vex and other mages so far is that even though my Q is useful for keeping them in place, if they're a mage, they can still cast their abilities. So I'm still in danger when I use it, even if I hit them.
Yeah. And that's, I think, the difference between a lot of the newer champions. Like, they'll have, like, snares are no longer a thing, if you notice that. Like, Morgana and Lux are really some of the only champions with snares. Where it's, you bind them in place, but they can still auto-attack and cast abilities, whereas Vex fears you. You can't do anything when you do that. Syndra knocks you back. You can't do anything when you do that, etc., etc.
Displacements are so strong compared to that.
Yeah, exactly. What don't I like about this ward in the context of this game?
It's not really useful against the Nocturne in any way.
This ward's also basically doing the same job.
It is.
Because what a Nocturne, like, imagine a Nocturne, he flashes over here just to get the gank on you.
I'll tell you this right now. I want to be completely transparent. When I placed that ward right there, I immediately regretted doing it. I was like, that's not a good spot. Why did I do that?
Well, that's good. At least you realized it wasn't a good spot. Cool. And you also lose a lot of priority here. Like, she now gets to push this wave, and it's going to be that same situation now where she has mid priority, all because we decided just to like autopilot a ward. I was just like, sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the situation. It's just like crazy.
No, I don't feel.
Yeah, okay,
I don't feel like insecure about this in any way.
Because it's just like, I finally crazy that like you can do the littlest thing, and this is gonna affect you for the next like 60 to 2 minutes, like 60 seconds to 2 minutes, until this wave bounces back and resets. Like, I just find that like so fascinating. And if you can think of League like that, of going like like if you realize in the moment, oh shit, this was a dumb ward, and then you go, oh fuck, now she gets prio on my wave, and then you think another step ahead. Oh shit, what does it mean when she gets prio? Okay, now they could potentially do dragon. She could potentially go top lane. She could potentially go bot. And you extrapolate the like next events, and then you can actually prepare a bit and understand, okay, I can minimize this little mistake I made.
Ow.
Yeah. That trade's all because of that as well, by the way.
Yeah, that was all my fault. What the hell? I basically set her up for that.
Yeah. Cool. Graves is pinged on his way. Let's see what happens here. You're selling this very well, just with your 50% HP. She's level 6. Oh fuck. Let's see.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, you got the Q off though.
So when she hit 6, I didn't actually see it. I didn't notice that she hit 6.
Come on, Graves. If Graves gets the kill here, this is good.
I think he does.
Nice. That's good. Okay. The fact that you got that snare was fucking important there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I know I'm dying here, but I'm going to snare her so that hopefully Graves can kill her. That was my mindset at the moment.
Yeah. And isn't that funny how I didn't know that death was coming, but I was like, this is going to affect you for the next 30, 60, 90 seconds. Yeah. Cool. What do you think about Graves doing that? Do you like that or don't like that?
I do like that.
Good. Okay, good. Some people get angry at that, and I'm like, you don't understand what he's doing.
No, he's resetting the wave state, and I think that's important.
And look how much gold and XP Vex loses when
she's getting denied it. Yeah.
So good for you.
I learned about that stuff from playing top lane for so long.
Good. Yeah, I love that. That like you learn a lane and then you apply some of the fundamentals of that lane to other lanes. I think it's like the best way to learn League, but everyone is so sorry. I'm going on like a philosophic rant, philosophic rant here. But like so many people just want the fastest way to climb, and so I'm so used to being like, just learn one role, one trick. But if you take the time to learn all 5 roles, you can start doing like crazy things where you understand the whole macro map, because you know what a top laner wants to do at the 5-minute mark because you've played top lane.
Yeah.
And it's so good for when you finally get to jungle and you're like, I know what a top lane is thinking right now. I know what a mid lane is thinking. I know what a bot lane's thinking. And you apply it to, okay, how am I going to gank this? How am I going to do that? It's really cool. It takes years, obviously.
That's why jungle out of all the roles intimidates me the most, because I feel like if I really wanted to be a great jungler, I'd have to understand what every other player on my team is wanting at every moment.
Yeah. They want everything. That's the short answer. Junglers are like goalkeepers in soccer. It's like you get none of the glory, but like all of the responsibility.
I used to be the equivalent of that in a basketball team when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I used to guard the
yeah, exactly. You don't get any of the glory. You never score, but fuck, if they score against you, it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's good. Cool. This has happened again. 3rd time now. She just gets pro, and she can. Let's see. I'll be really interested if Vex pings here.
I ping missing, but I felt like it wasn't good enough. I have to roam.
Yeah.
I pressed R in a desperate attempt to help, but it wasn't enough. I don't think.
The roam is fine. Nice. Oh my god. Great roam.
I accidentally didn't use W on Graves, which was a mistake.
Fuck, well done. Let's... Come on. Yes. Okay. That's still really good. Okay, let's push this back. Great job. So what do you do here? You take cannon. Yes, you sack the wave. I fucking love that. This should never happen, right? She should never get pry like this. But the fact that you're like, fuck this, I'm not going for 3 minions. This is going to freeze quite fine here. I'm going to go help because, like, 1, I could potentially save Graves, and 2, I could get 2 kills here. Cool, let's look. You're 500 gold behind before this fight. Graves misses that. That's pretty funny. You get here in time. Good. I'd almost prefer the W to Graves there, but it's okay.
Yeah, I actually aimed it the wrong direction by accident. I was trying to use it on him.
Yeah. It's always interesting there how I was like, I would W first here, but you go for the Q first. It's always interesting to see what a player would do.
Well, watching this back, I was thinking in my head, why didn't I W
Yeah.
first?
Nice. Good Q. You kick him off.
Oh, yeah, he flash ghosted as well. Oh, my God.
Perfect. He also pulled Shen out of the ult, but it probably almost worked out because it meant Mordekaiser didn't get to the fight in time.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well done. Obviously, we still don't come out ahead because Graves was a shutdown, so she actually comes out net ahead there, but it's really big for you, the fact that you guys got a 2-for-1 there. Obviously, Shen dying makes it a 2-for-2, kind of indirectly. But you also got this push. And it's saving your lane right now. Like, that CS lead should be so much bigger than this, but because you've gotten a few really good pushes here and Graves helped as well, that CS lead is not nearly as bad as it should be. That's great. I actually think the way you think about... Yeah, sorry, go.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say when there were those 3 minions there, when I left the lane, I knew that it was going to basically freeze like that. So that's why I was confident to just walk away.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I think the way you think about the game makes what you're trying to do, like, overall, I think it's going to work out fine. I'm always worried about players who do want to, like, you know, not play multiple roles at once, but, like, branch out, learn everything. But I think the way you think about the game, you're thinking about it in the right way to be able to do that. Because a lot more players don't think, I guess, you know, big picture enough, whereas you're thinking about these, like, more subtle concepts. Cool. Okay.
It's because I have a very strong interest in understanding, like, the essence of the game, because I feel like that's the most satisfying thing to know.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to approximate, but I don't feel like I'm close yet. All right, I took a lot of damage. Holy crap.
Yeah. Yep. This is good, though.
I'm very cautiously approaching, but...
Yeah. That's fine. Oh, shit. Wow, Vex is really not happy about what you two are doing.
Yeah.
Nice. Well done.
Oh, crap, Noctur's here. No!
Oh, you don't even move.
It's because look, as soon as he was, like, in melee range of me, I was just like, I'm dead. I gave up.
Yeah. You shouldn't. You got the snare perfect.
I didn't actually see that I got it. I just assumed he would have spell shielded it.
You got the snare. You could have run. I don't know if he would have survived. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. All good.
Gosh, yeah, that was a misplay. I didn't see that at the time. It was so chaotic. I couldn't tell what was happening.
Also, let's just go back. So what's a shame here is you do the right macro play, but this wave should never have crashed.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So, like, you did the right play here, and you realized, I guess, fuck, I've got to sack this wave now because this is the correct play. But in hindsight, the you know, the player with mastery on Lux would never have let that wave push in that far. She would have got the wave and roamed. Whereas you miss the wave but roam. So it's like at least you do make the bigger correct decision, but you also lose, you know, about 150, 200 gold there.
Yeah. In this match, after laning phases, the Graves starts flaming me the whole game.
Oh, jeez.
He says I suck.
I think you've done a really good job of helping him do shit. Like, you're always there when he does, like you saved his ass here, you're helping him here.
Yeah.
You actually
he said
end up saving
he said the
him.
He said the KDA speaks for itself.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's why I've played chat muted for like 4 years, I think now. I just can't deal with people.
I go back and forth between chat muted and not. Sometimes all it takes is somebody just spam pinging me to make me upset. So I feel like, I don't know. But it's fine. Like, I mean, I played the match out. Even though he was being rude to me, it didn't affect my gameplay in any way. So I feel like I was able to deal with it fine.
That's good. Yeah, you've got a pretty good mentality as well. Some people, they just get tilted the fuck out of because they care too much about what other people think.
Hmm.
And they can't independently review their own performance. Like, they can't understand, I objectively actually did okay here.
Hmm. I
So,
mean, I definitely felt like my macro decisions were usually good.
yeah.
Um, but I know for a fact that I struggle with
Yeah.
CSing.
Yeah, your macro is on point this game. You've done it the right macro play every time. It's just you haven't set up your lane correctly for the macro play.
Yeah.
And that's all just priority, and it's because you're learning this champ. Like,
Hmm.
that's expected. Like, this Vex has probably played quite a few games on the Vex.
The Vex asked me in all chat why I picked Lux into Vex, and I had to answer that I just need to learn every matchup. That's all.
Fuck, I don't actually mind this play style. It's pretty fucking psychotic, but I love it. Like, you're just sacking waves for Prio.
Yeah.
Like, I do not get why Graves is angry at you for doing that. That is like, you're literally helping him do whatever he wants. That ult was a bit random.
Oh, was he upset that I took the kill?
No, I just mean, like, why would he flame you when you've helped him out in 3 key moments? This fight,
It's
this
because
fight, and this fight.
it's because after laning phase when we start team fighting, the Mordekaiser, the Nocturne, and the Vex are all pressing R on me,
Ah, got it.
and I'm dying a lot. And he's like, "Why are you dying? Buy Zonias." But I feel like if I buy Zonias, they're just gonna wait a couple seconds and kill me anyway. Because no one was winning in the team fights. It's like everyone was dying, and then I was free
Yeah.
after that. But yeah, it's like whatever. I mean, I'm not worried about the flame. I just thought it was. I was thinking about the concept of would Zonia's have really helped
Yeah.
that much? Like I don't know. I don't know if it would have.
Yeah, true. It helped a little bit, but yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. Something I like to do on Lux as well when I want to play like the playstyle you're playing, where you're very focused on getting out of laning phase and helping your jungler with whatever he's doing, is using your ult to get the prio in mid. So like you use your ER, and by the time you roam back to Graves, your R's obviously not up, right? You sacrifice your
Yeah.
R, but you've got your basic abilities to just help out, which are usually enough, like a
Okay.
WEQ. So instead of losing this wave every time to do the macro roam, just
Mm.
use your R on the wave. So then you've either got priority in mid lane or it's even, and then you can roam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mindset at the time was I want to hold my R so I can use it during roams.
Yeah, nah, because
But it
I
makes
don't think
sense.
you've used your R. Like your R hasn't been effective. What? No offense, like, but just in this game, your R hasn't. I don't think made the difference between any of your roams yet. Maybe this top one was important, but all the other instances, your R would have been better to give you that guaranteed 150 gold, and then
Yeah.
you just use your basic abilities to help your Graves.
There was that early roam where me and Grace were fighting the Vex and the
Oh,
Nocturne.
true. Yeah, true.
I hit the Vex with my R and it was what allowed me to kill her.
Yeah, true. You're right. Cool, we've got Prio here, but Vex is roaming, is she? Vex is...
Brand is running into the river. What the hell? My ADC chased him for some
Shit! What
Yeah.
a snipe!
reason. I was like, what is he doing there? That's not allowed. That's illegal.
Managed to get the plating as well.
Yeah.
Oh, he puffed up into it as well. Excellent.
He probably panicked.
Nice, look at this. Fucking only 100 gold behind now. This lane was very doomed, you know, earlier.
Mhm.
Plating's OP.
Yeah. I love getting platings.
Yeah. So good. Cool.
Ow.
Yeah. She's gonna have pride, but it's okay because there's nothing on the
I
map.
waste my Q on the fucking cannon.
Yeah,
Why?
your Qs are rogue in this. But you're learning, you're learning.
I was much better about this in the later matches. I wasn't just using my Q on a minion wave randomly. Holy crap. Oh, God. That was intentional, by the way.
Yeah. I think that's your first good lane Q. Actually, this one where you died as you got your Q out, that was probably your best Q this game so far. Nice. See, that's that using the R to get prio or whatever.
Mhm.
And now technically,
Oh,
Yeah, you probably
The
have
reason I used R there is because I felt like there's absolutely no way I'm getting these last hits unless I press R right now.
Yeah, fair. And look how short the cooldown is, right? It's already halfway with the
Yeah,
next wave coming. That's why I like to
yeah,
use R to clear wave to get prio. And look, you've actually done
yeah.
it. So this is exactly... and look, Vex fucking used it to recall, which is technically you could say it's a good idea.
I didn't expect Nocturne to be sitting there on
Yeah,
our Krugs,
yeah.
so I kind of got scared a little bit, but
Oh,
I'm trying to
nice.
take him out. He flashes. Shen wants to keep going
Don't.
in, but I don't want to follow him, and
Oh
I
my
don't know why
god.
he's suiciding.
Oh, you
But
do get the ult off. Oh, yeah,
like I try to help, but like I don't know what
yeah,
he's doing, and
yeah.
I don't know why he's doing that.
He's a 1-3 Shem with no damage abilities. I don't know why he's doing that either. Cool.
Mhm.
You guys technically lose Dragon prior for this, but because you dragged... Oh, God. Okay, yeah. Power of Vex Gaming. It's just a really strong fucking champion. She can just run around everywhere. Oh, she
Yeah,
was
I
looking
mean
for
I
you
got
as well.
yeah she was. She thought I was there. I noticed that. I was like, ooh, scary.
This is, again, the Season 12 difference. She has an ability that damages or fears plus shields her, whereas your shield just shields. Like, I know you can shield technically all 5, like, all your teammates, but it's like... The kit difference is just like they've optimized this champion so much for the meta and just like updating. It's funny.
Yeah, but I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I know she's a modern champion, so she's
Yeah.
going to be modern, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to play Lux because Lux is more,
Thematic.
uh, she's more thematic, and I feel like she's more like better for just basic things in the game, like trying to do simple things.
Yeah.
Like I can wrap my head around Lux easier than I can around Vex, even though Vex is also very simple.
Yeah. I prefer the simple champs as well. I play the very simple ones because I'm kind of like you. I don't really care, or I don't know if you don't care, but I don't care too much about micro and outplaying like dramatically in lane. I'd much rather like play really good macro where I'm always at the dragon, always at the helping my jungle. I kind of like your play
I feel the
style.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same. I mean, I got that mentality from watching Nice and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, I feel like rotating for objectives and fights in like the river is like really important,
Mm-hmm.
like more so than dueling. So, and you know, I already wasn't very good at dueling because I play Garen, and it's kind of hard to duel some champs. So I try to make up for the difference by roaming a lot. So,
Yeah.
like basically, I got used to roaming because I played Garen a lot, and I just had a roaming play style because of that.
Okay, I was about to ask you. Sorry, got distracted. I was about to ask you why are you going top, but now I realize why you're going top
Just because Shen is in my lane.
Yeah, yeah. And then he ults. I'd
I
almost
didn't
rather you
notice
top,
him
yeah.
ulting.
If we're playing optimal league, I'd rather you go mid because this turret's gone no matter what.
Yeah.
But this is fine. It's not the end of the world because what happens now is Mordekaiser gets this turret plus Vex gets a lot of damage on this turret. So like we can't prevent this turret going down, but we can prevent or minimize as much of the damage on this.
Yeah, I in hindsight, you're right. I didn't notice that the Shen used R. If I
Yeah.
had noticed, then I would have roamed. Or I would have walked mid immediately because
Yeah.
I definitely care more about that. I mean, mid turret is way more important than top turret. So
And we can also never 1v1 a Maud, whereas we can 1v1 a Vex. Like, 1v1
you're right.
Vex.
I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
walking up. I don't know. Like I have like
Oh,
I have
God.
like no
Oh,
fear
God.
for some reason.
No.
Yeah, I die here. I die here.
Yeah,
I'm
of
dead.
course you do. Yeah. No fear.
As soon as I walked up to him, I was like, okay, that was completely my fault. I should not have even like done any of that.
Yeah. And look what we lose mid, right? We lose turret and this much HP, and we die. All because we didn't realize Shen left.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fascinating. The tiny choices, the ripple effects.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
God.
missing all the CS too.
know.
Oh god.
This is Shen gaming. When you don't have a Tiamat or anything, you've just got no wave clear.
Dude, he should build Tiamat. It's better than preseason than it's ever been before.
I know.
Like it's so good on every champion. Just buy it.
Yeah.
I walked top again to ult the wave to try to minimize the damage on the turret.
That's fine. Again, you can use your ult like in so many ways as Lux now, because look how short the cooldown is. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's a nice
It's
utility.
basically every minion wave you can use it. That's how
Mhm.
I literally use it on cooldown. Kind of like there was a meta
Yeah.
with Kate for a while. Like in pro play, there's a meta with Kate where you just ult on cooldown, just to try and get little bits of prio.
Oh
Oh my
shit!
god.
I was in a bad spot here.
Okay, you do get it. Oh,
She flashed on me. I'm
yeah,
dead.
yeah, yeah. That's a big moment.
So
They get a lot of
when
prio.
I was walking up there, I was kind of hoping the Swain would walk towards me, but he just kind of stood there.
Yeah,
So I felt I was like I was stumped. I was like, okay, I guess I'm just dead. I shouldn't have walked this way.
yeah.
Like I was like when she started going like using her abilities on me, I was like, Swain, press buttons,
Yeah,
press your buttons, help.
yeah. That's why we always avoid relying on other players.
Yeah.
They'll always let us down. Especially when he's a support, he should just not care for his life too much. He should just be going in there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But he decided to go in after I died so that it would be maximum value for the enemy team.
I notice the macro choices you're making are a bit shittier when they're not revolved around Graves. I've noticed
Yes.
almost every macro choice you've made that is involving your jungler has been a good one, but every single one that hasn't involved him has been a bad one, which is
Yes.
interesting to think about. Because although this Graves is toxic, I mean, he is kind of a win condition at the moment because he's 6-2.
Yes. Yes. And I fully acknowledge that fact. Like I'm trying to help,
Yeah, yeah.
but sometimes I don't know what to do, especially after laning phase.
Oh, now Swain goes in. It's like, why are we going in
Yes.
there? He causes you all to die here. This is because of Swain going in. That's really shitty.
Yeah. But I get flamed for this, by the way. This
Yeah,
is the moment where the grave starts flaming me.
that's bad. That's Swain's fault. Completely.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah. All because Swain forced you all to turret dive.
Hmm. But it's scary, you know. I mean, with between the Vex, the Nocturne, and the Mord, I feel like it's very dangerous for me to even be on the enemy team's screen. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but every death I think you've had have been preventable. Like if we look at them, but I know what you mean. Like it's even
Yeah.
scarier because they can punish you so much for mispositioning, and it's like you're always going to misposition in a game, but their champions can capitalize on it so much better than other junglers.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough.
My experience with facing Nocturne, or not facing, actually, I used to play Nocturne earlier in the season. And the thing I noticed is that the best way the enemy team can make it as hard as possible for me to play my character is to clump up in a ball.
Yeah.
And then if I try to R, I'm going to die.
You're going to fat finger as well. Maybe miss the
Yeah.
person.
Yes, yes.
Again, Cleanse is really good against Nocturne because Nocturne's ult combo can't one-shot you as long as you get your W off, but as soon as he fears you, you just cleanse it and walk away.
I didn't know it would remove like the tether for the
No, it'll
fear.
move the fear. I don't think it removes
Oh,
the
just
tether,
I have to
but
wait for the fear.
as soon as it procs like the fear, that's when you cleanse.
Well, I think there's a point in this game where the Nocturne just kills me before the fear even comes
Oh,
off.
okay,
Like
yeah.
he just kills me in like 3 auto
Yeah.
attacks.
Oh, so close, yeah.
Yeah, he feared me that time. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
Yeah,
Graves.
yeah I didn't. Yeah,
Survive.
he.
Oh, no. Oh, Shen, okay.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Nice, that's good. Cool. Now this game's just turned into a fiesta.
yeah.
Oh, Shen. What a man. Wow, this is going to get you guys dragging.
He lives out of the scuttle.
I can see why this game goes for 35 minutes now.
Yeah.
It's like so
Yeah.
much back and forth fiestering.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, you went for an ult there. I like it. Good, you group, even though this dragon's pretty much guaranteed, you still come over to help, just in case. Nice, good Q. Oh god.
Oh
No way
shit,
she
Vex
goes
used
in there.
R.
Oh my
She
god.
does go in.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I mistimed my R because I was like
Yeah.
I was having a moment where I was just like, what is this actually happening right now? Did Vex actually just R into my whole team?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all good. You recall because we're scared of Nocturne. It makes sense. Nice.
yes.
Oh, Swain gets... Yeah, he would have killed you if you pushed that. So he's either going to kill you or Swain. He saw that you recalled, so he went for Swain, but he misses Swain. Excellent. Good awareness by you. Cool.
Yeah. I was always thinking about the Nocturne. I was like, what the hell? Where is he? I need to stay away from him.
Yeah. And the most important thing, I think, with all your deaths this game has been because you're mispositioning and you're not playing your champion's identity correctly. You're almost playing as if you're Garen, where you can kind of face tank a bit and you can be a bit more of a forward position. Whereas Lux, you're really not initiating when you're 4 and 7. Like you're much rather focusing on like Graves and Swain initiating and them getting altered by the Nocturne or whatever, than you going in.
By the way, that was the difference in my most recent match when I built Crown and Banshee's Veil and stuff. Like in that match, I was forward positioning and still able to live in the fights.
Exactly.
But
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So if we do want to play that play style, we do have to go, I guess, the Crown route, which has its own implications. But
it just turns Lux into a fighter, basically.
Yeah. Oh, Kai'Sa.
I don't know what Kai'Sa's doing exactly.
For it.
She's dead. She's dead.
Oh my god, you guys double shield her as well.
Yeah.
The power cleanse. Uh-oh. Cool.
No! I'm dead. He just presses up. He just clicks on me.
Yeah. Another macro play that Graves isn't involved in, regardless of like whether he should have been there or not. Okay, they're cleaning up at least. Oh, yes, okay.
I was just trying to help the Kai'Sa. Like I was like, oh no, Kai'Sa's in trouble.
To be honest, a 3 for 3 for you guys works out. Let's see if you guys can get one more. So it's like not ideal, right? We should never be dying like that, but it's like at least if your death is contributing to your team overall winning, it's good. Oh no, good. Look, the power of Zhonya's, right? This Vex has used Zhonya's twice really well.
Yeah.
I think Zhonya's may have helped you out a bit here. I definitely think after Ludens you could go Zhonya's and it would help you a little bit. Not maybe in terms of surviving, but giving your team an extra 2.5 seconds to get closer to you or to, try and kill the enemy. So I would actually, I kind of agree with the Graves of like second item. I think Zhonya's is fine. Because I think your team has enough damage as well. Like you've got a Swain Kai'Sa and Lux. Once you've got your Ludens, you've kind of got enough damage. So I see what you're going here with, what's it called?
Shadow Flame.
Yeah, Shadow Flame.
Because they have so many shields on the enemy team, so I'm just thinking, I need the Shadow Flame.
But I'd almost rather, because we're 4 and 8 as well, right? Like at a certain point, we got to go, okay, I'm not the carry here.
I understand.
Yeah.
I was building the highest win rate build without considering that it's the highest win rate because you build it when you're ahead, right?
And the context of the game, like I'm 8 deaths.
Yes.
I don't think. Yeah, exactly. Kai'Sa, I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah, the Kai'Sa's been dying a lot.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. I mean, even the Banshees against their team works because it stops Vex ult and Nocturne.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't even thinking about that item at all. Like that was why I was like, oh, I need to like think up a build. And the one that I came up with Crown and like Banshee's Veil and Hourglass, like I just thought that up after like thinking about my previous matches where I was struggling.
Yeah, it's interesting as well because you think about a lot of things, and so I'd automatically assume that you're also thinking about tweaking your build based on the context of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love theory crafting builds. It's like one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. And also, we should be Blue Trinket here so that this Baron isn't as scary as this.
I always forget Blue Trinket. I'm so stupid.
It's so big on Lux as well because it helps you hit your crazy ult.
Yeah, I could just snipe someone if I see them. Oh my god.
Yeah. And basically Lux can like contest every objective with EQR. So like
with EQR,
yeah, like you can outsmite with EQR every time. It's one of the beauties of Lux when you get into these moments of the game. Kai'Sa, fuck! Why is she engaging?
She's Ring in. She thinks she's Hecarim or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So this fight is terrible as soon as Kai'Sa goes in. It's a shame because your team is doing the right thing. It's just like Kai'Sa going in, everyone's brain is like, oh, what the fuck? Do we fight this? Do we not? Swain goes in because he's like, okay, we fight this, and you three are like, fuck, we don't want to fight this. And now this just becomes... Oh, how did that Q not hit? Crazy.
Different elevation, I think.
Yeah.
No, so I'm trying really hard. I'm trying really hard to support from a distance, but I think Mordekaiser presses R on me.
That fight's over with the Kai'Sa going in. So it's just unlucky for you guys. Because their playstyle, like, is all about picking, but they didn't even have to pick Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa picked herself off, and then they get to pick all you off. So it's like...
Yeah, it's unfortunate. In this match, my team wanted to make me the scapegoat for why we lost. But,
and it's also like...
I definitely was confused by the Kai'Sa's decisions. I was like, what is happening?
And why are you guys there, right? It's like, you guys excel in contesting this Baron from behind here. Graves can jump in and jump out. You can jump in and jump, like you can E just for constant visibility. Swain can pull in. Shen can taunt over. Like you guys just have such a good team comp for chilling
I was never even initially planning to walk into the river. I wanted to do that. I wanted a position behind it.
Because your team's there, you're like, okay, I guess I got to do this. Because if I'm not there, we're even in even bigger trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool, now they get Dragon, they get Pro. These are just consequences of bad team fights. I mean, you're only 4k behind, which is not that much at 28 minutes. Which is interesting to note. Like, this game probably feels like you're way further behind. But because of catch-up gold and just because of all the shutdowns you've gotten. Obviously, a lot of your money is on Graves. But you can see, like... Oh, wow, that's okay. That's a big goal difference now between you and Vex. But she's gotten so many kills just because of Vex gaming.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that you guys are grouped. I don't like that Graves isn't here. Cool. You guys split up. It's good as soon as I get vision on you. Cool. Shen should be split pushing. He's playing really weird.
He's just running in circles. I don't know what he's thinking about at all.
He's not really playing his champion identity.
Yeah.
He should have Tiamat here as well, but again, shouldn't comment on other players. Doesn't really...
No, I agree. I mean, if I was in his shoes, I would have bought Tiamat already before laning phase was over.
Yeah. Again, are you guys going to die in the exact same way? This is deja vu. Let's see. Okay.
Let's see if Kai'Sa wants to R in again.
Slightly different. Swain goes in this time. Good. You're staying back.
I'm very scared. No, I'm very afraid of Nocturne.
Yeah.
Nocturne R's me again.
This is...
and
I don't mind it. I don't mind Nocturne R'ing you because it allows Graves, if he wins this... It allows you guys to win the team fight. So it sucks, right, for you? But you guys actually win because Nocturne ults you here.
But the thing is that while I'm dying in this team fight, like, Graves flames me for dying. He's like, why'd you die?
Bad. That's so good for you guys.
As soon as Nocturne R's me, Graves spams in the chat, buy stopwatch, buy stopwatch, buy stopwatch. And I'm like, dude... How is Stopwatch gonna make Nocturne not kill me?
Yeah, this team, this is how you should play this because Nocturne now has to ult you and he puts himself out of the team fight. So if you're here, Nocturne stays in this team fight, but because you're back here, as soon as Nocturne ults you, it's just perfect. So he's just waiting for you. I don't know why he's waiting for you, but it's kind of funny. Because it allows Graves to win this 1v1, it allows Kai'Sa to win this 1v1, and then Shen eventually catches the knock. It's just perfect for you guys.
Yeah,
And like, sure, maybe Zhonya's maybe would have allowed you to survive for a bit longer, and then Shen would have got you, but it's like, Zhonya's isn't making the difference between you guys winning and losing right now. What is your positioning in team fights. So it's not the item, it's actually how you're playing the team fight. The item just, I guess, augments or like, can exaggerate how much better your positioning can be, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. I get it. I totally get it, because like Lux is like a hybrid burst mage, artillery mage, and so positioning is very different than like a Juggernaut. like
Yeah.
Garen. So I have to think differently about where I need to be standing.
That's funny
For
because
sure.
that was the exact same fight we had 5 minutes ago, but you
Yeah.
guys were even closer in that fight. But all because of how the engagement happened, the team fight goes completely differently. Like just
Yep.
fascinating. Like to what that's like. You rarely ever see that in a game where two fights of the exact same context happen within 5 minutes of each other, and like you see the difference all because of who engages first and your positioning as well. Just so fascinating. I love that. Cool. And you
Yeah,
guys,
that
if
is
you guys get
interesting.
Baron here, this is great. I don't know if you will.
Nocturne's just standing right there menacingly. What are you doing, Kaisa?
No. Yeah.
No. What? She just walks into his Q range. Why?
Okay, we go for. We
I'm
go
so
for.
sad.
Okay, we go for
This
Nocturne.
Kaisa makes me want to cry. Like,
Yeah, I know.
why?
She's clearly tilted or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's limit testing. I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
Oh, nice. You take the fucking
Oh,
R at least. Zonya's would be perfect here.
you're right. You're
Your
right.
team should never have been at Baron though. After they kill Nocturne, they've just got to leave here, unfortunately.
Yeah. I went in there because I was trying to help because I was like, oh, wow. Like I did not want them to still be there on Baron, but they were just gonna keep doing it. So
Graves
I
goes
felt like I have to.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to at least try to protect them because Graves is like the win con,
Yeah.
right? So I gotta shield
No,
him with
I agree.
my body.
No. Fundamentally, you did the right thing because your team made the wrong choice. So it's like you do the right decision with a bad decision. You do pay for it, but it ends up okay. I think if they go for Baron, they can't go for Baron, which is good. Overall, a messy fight, but you guys are now 2k behind instead of 5k. So technically, in the last 5 minutes, everything you guys have done has resulted in you guys clawing back 3k gold, which is good. And we're playing, suboptimal league, right? So it's like scrappy little wins are sometimes what solo queue's all about. Cool. I also think for like how far you're behind, the value you're having in team fights is massive. Like, one, because Nocturnes keeps targeting you for some reason, even though you're arguably the least valuable member on your team right now.
Yeah.
So it's like the beauty of being a Lux is just sometimes you got a target on your head, even when you're not the win condition.
Yeah, I was definitely noticing that. I was so confused because I'm used to junglers like jumping on me when I'm playing Kale, right? But I was not expecting that to happen so much when I was playing Lux also.
Cool.
I was very confused.
Oh,
All right, so I don't know what's happening here exactly.
Nice.
I'm just lost. I'm lost as to why there's a fight happening there.
Yup. Still lost as why Kaiser's doing this.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and then Shen's in there, and I'm like, oh, what's Shen doing?
Nice. Okay. Yeah, this is just messy. All again because it's like Kaiser and fucking Swain engaging.
Yeah. Yeah.
You lose so much for that.
Maybe they're sharing a brain cell. I don't know. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about them. I'm not thinking about them. I'm just thinking, what should I do right now?
Yeah.
I dodged that. Oh yeah, it felt good to dodge that. When I dodged that, I was like, yes, yes.
This is the power of blue trinket right now. We can get some vision on Dragon.
Yeah,
Baron
damn, I don't. At least our Kaisa has blue trinket. She puts it to good use to R in alone.
True. Cool.
I missed the cannon. I'm sad. I should probably keep pushing.
It's okay.
Oh, Nocturne's.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Cool. Yeah, you can't recall. Good use of the plant. Come on, you can get a ward, Swain. You've got 3 of them. No, doesn't go for a... No.
I think I'm the one who pings that ward. I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
supports that just don't use wards. It's
Oh
fascinating.
no, he pinged it. He pinged it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
Cool.
Man,
Yeah.
this match makes me sad. Like, I'm glad that you're helping to clarify the things that I did right though, because I wasn't really sure how helpful I was actually being. All right, so here the part where Mord R's to Swain. I'm like, Swain's so fucking dead. There's no way. But I'm just waiting for him to come out so I can snare him.
Yeah, I think that's a little tunnel vision, but it's
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm able to help secure the kill on him, but at what cost?
Yeah, I'd almost rather you use the time that Maud is in the Shadow Realm
Fight
to
other people.
reposition and
Yeah,
help
and fight other
Graves,
people.
because Graves is the
Yeah.
win con, not killing Maud, if that makes sense.
You're right. I was so laser focused on
Yeah.
Mord in his R. I was
Because
like,
what? Yeah,
Mord
watch
in
what
his
happens
R.
here. So this is good, right? Like, don't let Mordekaiser ult me. Cool. Now, as soon as he's in,
Yeah.
you walk down to here to help Graves. You use all this
You're
time to walk
right,
down.
dude.
Yeah.
I got so distracted in the chaos that I
Because
wasn't thinking about it.
Because he's 19 and fucking 7. If this guy stays alive, you guys win. He can, like, two-shot
You're
people.
right, dude.
You
You're
could be
so
here,
right.
get a W, and then he survives a little bit longer, a little bit longer.
Yeah, you're right.
And now, you guys have no damage. Like, Kaiser's... So, Kaiser's bot lane. Like, why is she bot
Yeah,
lane?
oh, I noticed that after dying, by the way. I was like, oh, Kaisa isn't even here. Oh.
So bad. Yeah. I guess she just raged. Like, she thinks she's the win con, and split pushing Kaiser is how you win, I guess, maybe?
Kaisa's not even good at split pushing.
No.
I'm trying to, like, here's the thing. All right, Kaisa's a hard champion to play in low elo. You know, like, she's not super good for beginners. I know because I tried to learn her, and she is pretty challenging. It feels kind of similar to Vayne. Like, it's not easy.
Yeah. You can definitely make it easier for yourself, though.
Yeah, by not R'ing into the enemy team. And not split pushing. Oh my gosh. Oh. But yeah, that's how that match ends. But that early game insight that you gave me is very big.
And what was that? Let's go through it. What did you learn watching that back?
I need to contest. I need to negotiate the CS properly. I need to contest CS and try to punish my opponent when they're going for CS. Try to hit them when they are in their auto attack animation. Try to make them waste mana, right?
Yeah.
And I need to display a certain level of confidence so that they don't feel like they can just run all over me.
Become an alpha.
Yeah. I need to use my R more often to push the wave to get prio.
Yes. Use.
And I need to learn how to make... I'll wait for you to finish writing.
Yep.
I need to learn how to make macro decisions in the interests of my other laners that are better.
Yeah. Like identifying as early on as possible that Graves, you were always having success doing stuff with Graves. Like if you were able to identify that and then just only do macro plays that involved Graves, I think that game would have been a little different.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the case that the Shen and the two people bot lane were not the play, like clearly. And I should have been paying attention to that, but I was so distracted by trying to pilot the champion that I wasn't really thinking as much about it.
Yeah. What else?
Oh my gosh.
There's
Other thing I learned is
there's two that I know of that you haven't said yet.
Two?
But you
That I
keep
haven't
going
said
until
yet.
you run out.
let me think. Probably should have bought stopwatch.
Yes, there we go. That was one of them. Itemization.
Should have been more adaptive to the context. Let me think. What else?
Yeah, because you didn't need damage that game. You just needed to survive as long as possible.
And the last thing is I need to pay attention to, I need to learn how to do my positioning better. I need to do better positioning in the game. And I can't frontline as Lux unless I'm building tank. It's just that simple.
Yeah, I think it's almost positioning before team fights because I think you know what to do in a team fight that goes correctly. But it's about always being in the right position, or being in the right position like 90% of the time rather than 80% of the time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you position in context to your team, which is like level, like is like beginner level, right? It's like, of course you position in context to your team. Then you take it to the next level, you position in context to who's the win condition. That's like
Right.
level 2, and then you keep getting more and more complex.
Damn, you're right. I should have been thinking about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Gosh,
Because
I can't.
every time
It's
you
because
die,
I've been thinking about the champions on my screen as all being equal, but I
yeah,
can't think of it that way.
yeah, not everyone is equal, unfortunately, in League.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have to adjust my thinking. There's a hierarchy.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
I'm good at thinking of myself in that way because I knew that because I was behind, okay, I'm going to play a supportive role basically for my team, right? But I was not thinking of who's the carry, right?
yeah,
I was only halfway there to the conclusion.
yeah. And the one team fight where you did play it correctly was that Baron fight where you guys won because Nocturne altered you, because you were positioned
Yeah.
as safe as possible, and
Mhm.
you were able to protect your team.
Yeah.
Really good. What else?
Oh man, is there more? Let me think.
There's one more I definitely know of.
One more.
We
Gosh.
talked about
Oh,
really early on in the first 5 minutes.
really early. Damn.
To
What
do
was
with
I thinking?
runes.
Oh, runes? Oh, with runes, right? Okay.
Or keystones, I guess, and runes.
Play around the cooldowns of my opponent's runes. Yeah. And think about like the strategy, like what they're going to try to do to proc their runes.
Yeah.
And how I'm gonna play around that. Because like, since I'm using Comet, like you said, I need to do short trades, and since the opponent's using Electrocute, they're trying to do full combos, right? So I have to think about my rune cooldowns and their rune cooldowns at the same time.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Actually, in that matchup, maybe. Sorry, I was thinking. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I was
it's
just
all
thinking maybe in that matchup, bone plating would have been a good choice in that match.
Yeah, it's also good against Nocturne as well. Like, it's good against their
Yes.
ults.
Yeah.
So I don't mind
That's what
that
I was
idea. Yeah, what did you go secondary? I never asked. Was it...
Let me check.
I assume it was offensive, right? Domination, probably.
I'll check. Yeah, it was offensive. Yeah. I went domination. It was probably
Cheap shot and ultimate hunter, I'd assume.
yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Let me look at my runes real quick.
I can see him here.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheap shot.
It's
ultimate.
cheap shot
Yep.
ultimate.